Hey everyone, welcome back to Ontario Gardening. So we are kicking off Medicinal March with homemade cough drops, and you really only need a couple ingredients and a small amount of time for this. So all you need is a teaspoon of organic ground cinnamon, a third cup of raw honey, a cup of sugar. You can use organic cane sugar, whatever you want, but a cup of sugar, a lemon, because we're going to use 2 tablespoons of the zest and 2 tablespoons of the juice inside, and then a 2-inch piece of ginger that you're going to peel and chop into chunks. The optional ingredients for this is using a lemon essential oil, up to 20 drops of that, just to have not only the taste but the benefits inside of your cough drop when you are having them. That is totally up to you. That is not necessary at all to make the base of this. The other thing you can do is if you wanted a different flavor other than lemon, you can absolutely use orange. So just get an orange because you're going to use the zest and the juice from that. And the other thing to note is if you don't have fresh ginger, you can use ground ginger. And the substitution for the fresh is for 1 teaspoon. So instead of the chunk, you're doing 1 teaspoon. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to peel and chop this, just 2 inches of this. This is bigger than 2 inches. We don't need this whole thing. We're going to peel and chop that up into some chunks. We're going to get the zest off of this lemon and the juice out. And then we're going to take it all to the stove and start our cough drops. Now, the other thing to note is if you do not have a mold. Now, this is going to make your life a lot easier to have little candy molds. These are specifically like little lifesaver molds. I got these for like $2 or $3 online. If you don't have something like this, a piece of parchment paper will work just fine, and you can just dollop your cough drops onto that, but this is going to make life easier. The other thing is when storing these, they will be sticky, so your best bet is to store them in a mason jar in the fridge, or you can wrap each one of them individually in a little piece of parchment paper, but we'll get there at the end. I just wanted to let you know before we started that those are the equipment pieces that you need. You also need for this, in terms of equipment, is a thermometer that goes up to 300 degrees because that's the temperature we need to get these to so that they harden properly. But let's get started. So basically at this point, we are going to add everything except for any essential oil that you might be using to this pot. So we're going to do the cup of sugar. We're going to do those chunks of ginger. I just literally chopped them up like this because we're going to take them back out. My lemon zest. And just a quick note about citrus fruits with their zest. If you're using zest in recipes, if you have the option, buy organic. And the reason why you want to do that is because all of the pesticides really are held in the rind and the zest of that fruit. So we don't want to transfer that into our medicinal stuff. So get organic if possible. If not, I mean, I guess just scrub the heck out of your rind before you shave it. And then next you have in your honey, and then the other 2 ingredients is going to be the 2 tablespoons of the lemon zest. I'm so sorry, I meant the lemon juice. And we're basically just going to use the juice right from this. And then that teaspoon of cinnamon. So now we're going to move this to a stove. We're going to turn it up to high, and we want to get this boiling, and we want to continue see this getting to 300 degrees. Don't forget to stir it around real nice too, because we don't want anything burning. You're going to kind of have to stand here and continuously stir it to make sure nothing burns. So if you wanted your zest smaller than this so that you don't have pieces of zest when you are sucking on your candies, that's cool. Go ahead and just shave it a little bit smaller, but I did this. So in the meantime, while this is coming to fruition, coming to 300 degrees, and we're going to be checking that constantly too, we are going to get our mold situation ready if you have molds, or parchment paper ready in the event that you don't have molds. Okay, so it took about 5 minutes on high to reach a full 300 degrees. Now, once it does hit the 300 degrees, pull it off immediately to a cooler spot. Now, we want to see all of these bubbles disappear. So in the next 5 minutes, we're just going to leave this here to cool down. In the next 5 minutes, once these bubbles start disappearing and it looks more translucent again, we are going to add any essential oils that you want to and get these piped out. So I'll see you in about 5 minutes once this cools down. So it's calmed down for about 2-3 minutes. At this point, I'm actually just going to get rid of these pieces of ginger out of here. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's still simmering around there. I know that I have 4. That's why I like to keep them in big chunks. And then I can go ahead and take those out. Okay, so most of the bubbles are gone at this point. You can see we are back to the brown liquid. It's supposed to be dark with the cinnamon and everything in there. This is now when you would add your food safe essential oils if you're using them. You could also use, if you wanted to, like an extract, if you make your own extracts. This would be a good opportunity. No more than 20 drops because you don't want to overpower all the other benefits. And if you're using a homemade extract, you would probably want even less than that. Start with 10 and see how that smells. Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that this is going to be so hot, so be careful, but we're going to now start spooning our mixture into our molds. If you don't have a mold, I'm just going to show you on the side here. See that little dollop just from the spoon? You would do that and just dollop it onto parchment paper. It's going to be a lot messier than if you had molds. And that right there will harden up into a cough drop. You can make whatever size you wanted. But I just really enjoy the mold. It makes things so much easier and it pops out really easy. And I just want to point out that even with a candy mold, this is so difficult. I've never been good at putting things in molds. But the moral of the story is it's in there. You kind of have to work quickly because it's going to get really hard as you do it. By the time I even got to the end, I wasn't moving quick enough and I opened my window because I was warm and now it's hard. So anyways, we're going to leave this here for an hour. Should harden up, no problems. And then we'll pop them out and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, friends, here they are in all of their glory, our little cough drops. Now I'm going to bring you over here to some of the spilled mess because what I wanted to say to you, and you know what, it might actually work out better than this if that's what you want. Anything that you spill is going to come off of this parchment paper really easy. In fact, like when you do the mold, you really should have parchment paper underneath it to catch anything. So see how you just had this? Like it literally just comes right off. So if you don't have a mold, don't worry about it. Try it like this. Regardless, it's a sticky mess either way. But as you can see, those in the molds, they just honestly pop right out just as easy. Sorry, trying to do this one hand does not make my life easy. But yeah, anyways, we'll talk to you soon. See you next week during Medicinal March. Bye.